Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. The scene a moment ago, unlike any other in the NFL for a lot of years. The crowd here in Carson might be half the size of a normal NFL stadium, but they are twice as loud as their Chargers get set to face off. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line with the Oakland Raiders. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now the first carry for Doug Martin. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Come on, let's go. What?
1st down. Here's the run with Martin. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Let's go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The kick by Tavecchio is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So our initial drive this afternoon results in 3. Not sure that that's a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
You're exactly right about that. I love how you framed it, right? Not sure it's a statement, but at the same time, you're putting something out there, aren't you? Letting them know, hey, we came to play today.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And right away, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
They'll set up a throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's third down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead grows to 10-0. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So out come the Chargers. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Flex round! Flex round!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll drop to throw. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Allen's first catch, good for a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Marcus Gilchrist there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. And the Raiders have got him. Khalil Mack. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They go play action here on first down. Steps away. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out left side here to Bryant. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his tight end, Cook, in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Ohio! Ohio! Come on, let's go! What? 90! Ohio! What? 90! Flex round! Flex round!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Caught left side, Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And right side, Henry's got it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Ohio! 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 56, Ohio! Ohio!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but over the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Denzel Perryman coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They're going to look to throw. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Let's go!
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
Here we go!
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On play action, they'll throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Oftentimes with these gadget plays, these fakes, we focus on the offense and say, hey, they practiced this week. They were, but the defenses practice these situations too.
And just look at it this way. The two owners sitting up in their boxes, one is saying, boys, my team well prepared, and the other one's like, I got to talk to my coaches. What were they thinking?
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Check three.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for him.
Yeah. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Khalil Mack getting him once again. His third sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive play.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got room. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he's still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Flushed out right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. Give him 30 yards there. Looking to throw. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They come out here in the eye. They'll go with a keeper. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Tahir Whitehead. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks and the speed and quick.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. He'll drop to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. So the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3-and-out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now back to throw. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll drop to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it into his receiver, Cooper, and that'll bring up second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game-changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
On second down, Martin. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They run again on first down, Martin. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Out left side here to Bryant. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Let's go!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
It's caught by Bryant. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swing, slant.
The Raiders on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Ohio. 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 Ohio.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now Manuel. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe it was just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now if they stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw now on first down. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. He'll look to throw. This is caught by Williams. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet and then taken down right at the 30. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worried about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's brought down. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. It's a quarterback sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Roberts with it over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Charger offense making their way back out there. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throw left side complete. That's Henry. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Back to throw. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. He'll look to throw. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They're going to look to throw. Allen has it, left side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are going to take the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone likes to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. That one looks like he'll throw here. His throw incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Chargers on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making...
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the home team here, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL.